This is going to be a very packed video. I'm going to be showing you at least 5 different plays that have a lot of potential, finishing off the week and going into next week as well. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you are enjoying this content. I have a 000 play, a 0.0004 stock that cannot dilute shares. So based on this is a very good setup. Just signed a letter of intent for a $30 million merger that is expected to close by the end of Q3. So this is a $30 million merger for a $1 million company. So this one is a good setup, very high risk, but could see a very big run out of these 000s if this actually does come through. So this is one with a very big catalyst coming. So I have a $4 stock that just received a $14 price target with only 1 million shares at float. So this one actually fits the theme in the market right now. So just got this very big target, just had very nice FDA news for their fully funded trial. And this is a very clean setup without any dilution or toxic warrants. A $5 million market cap company that has just under $30 million in cash with this trial going on that is authorized by the FDA, and they just got this target today. This one is still highly undiscovered. I have the most undervalued cybersecurity penny stock trading at 18 cents that just secured another government contract just this morning. So just over 3 weeks ago, they had a $3 million from the European governments and just had this additional order, another $3 million order, doubling this. And they say this is totaling over $11 million in new orders from Europe in less than 90 days. Guys, this is a $5 million company that is profitable. Just had 400% year-over-year EBITDA growth for the first quarter of 2024. Had record $7 million in revenue with $800,000 in net profit. So this one is extremely undervalued. Has secured multiple other government orders besides this one. And this one is still not reacting to news. So, at some point, this one does have to have a massive move. It is probably the most undervalued cybersecurity penny stock in the entire market, trading at 18 cents. And make sure you watch this entire video because I have 2 other plays that have a lot of potential that you have to see as well. First stock we want to briefly talk about that is a hidden gem in the penny stock market is PRTS, which just had new highs and needs to hold over this $120 level for the next resistance test and leg up. And this is a $60 million market cap company with $675 million in revenue for 2023. No dilution. Actually, the outstanding share count has went down since 2022, or just recently believe, and only has had 10 million shares diluted in the last 5 or 6 years, I believe. 72% institutional ownership according to multiple sources, cash flow positive, and is bouncing off of a historic bottom. As you can see on the chart, this one is trying to hold over this 120 level. Then the next stop would be 123, and then the next leg that could get us all the way to $1.32. Break that, and there's not much resistance after this level right here. Could see a very big move after this 130. If we do get this, we do need some volume to come in, but this has been in a very big downtrend. Zooming out on the weekly, but historically has always made significant bounces from this level. Last time did go from this level just under from 90 cents or from $1 around this level all the way to $25 or something like that, and we are curling up from this level right now. Have had some nice momentum, and they actually had some news come out since I just covered them, but they just keep in mind they just announced their first campaign in the last, basically in their first brand marketing major campaign in the company's 25 plus year history. So this one, hopefully this will boost their sales and potentially their margins, as well as their revenue did decline some recently. PRTS carparts.com is a technology driven e-commerce company offering over 1 million high quality automotive parts and accessories. You can go to carparts.com and see their products, and they do have a very good competitive advantage to local auto shops as their prices are lower. So now there is a catalyst coming. Now they just announced 2 days ago that they will have their earnings later in this month in a conference call discussing these second quarter earnings on July 30th, 2024. So earnings play are very high risk. So depending on how this goes, if they beat their estimates or whatever, can see a nice run, but if they miss, obviously will go down. So that's something to keep an eye out for. Next stock is GRLT, a 000 play, expecting a $30 million merger that is sitting at, GRLT is sitting at a $1 million market cap, expecting to close in on this merger by the end of the third quarter of this year. So coming up, could see this get finalized, as this is a letter of intent as of right now. Had that massive news come out today. Very big catalyst for this $1 million company. They are a pink, you have this yield sign. They do need to become pink Kernigan, and they are at a shell risk. So this is extremely very high risk play, but they did just announce this LOI, this letter of intent, to merge with Premier. Premier is an innovative real estate private equity investment firm established in 2012, headquartered in Newport Beach, and it manages over $1 billion in assets through direct investments, partnerships, and providing advisory services to clients. So this is a very big letter of intent, and if it does go through, we could see a very nice run out of these 000s, and beyond that, just depends. But these are very high risk plays, but this is one to watch. Cannot dilute shares. Well, they can dilute 150 million shares at the max, so the authorized shares are completely capped out, but a tiny $1 million market cap with this merger being valued at $30 million. One stock we're going to briefly talk about that has a lot of potential is ticker SGE, Strong Global Entertainment Inc. That does have a $30 million merger expected to close, it says right here, in mid 2024. So any time now could get this merger. This is or was a definitive plan of an arrangement for a very nice merger for a 1 million share float company, a micro float play. So this one does fit the theme. This one does have cash, and you can see their income has been growing very aggressively. They do have $5 million cash on hand, and it looks like they just did $11 million in revenue with net profit of $100,000. So margins were down, but revenue did spike up to $11 million. Were profitable. They are profitable, and they are not burning that much cash at all. Looks like they're actually cash flow positive, or only burning a very minimal amount, around $250,000. And the company says right here, the company has 55 months of cash left, based on a very tiny quarterly cash burn of negative 260,000. It's like they have not diluted any shares since the end of the year in 2023 for the last few quarters. So that's looking very good. Does have around, looks like 5+ years of cash, and it looks like they will be cash flow positive very soon. Does have that big catalyst and is extremely undervalued, sitting at a $10 million market cap with a very big merger planned. Stock is SPCB, probably the most undervalued cybersecurity play in the entire market. Just had some massive news we have to talk about. A $5 million market cap with $7 million cash and $45 million in assets. Just completed an offering just recently. Warrants cannot be exercised at this price. Just had a second extension granted, so they do have until September 9th of this year to regain compliance. So that's their deadline. As you get close to that, basically be aware of this. This is a cybersecurity play that just got a $3 million European government order just a few weeks ago. They just had that $3 million order, and they just secured another additional $3 million in new orders from European governments to be delivered within 4 months. Trading at 18 cents as of right now. You can see just got this order, doubling this one, and this makes, like I said in the beginning of the video, this is the third group of orders from European clients in the past 90 days, bringing the total value of new orders from the region to over $11 million in the past few months. Keep in mind, they just had record financials, and this could continue to increase them, as they just did $7 million in revenue for the last quarter with $700,000 in net profit. EBITDA is up 400% year over year, growing very rapidly and only just getting started at all these multiple contracts. So can revenue continue to basically reach record highs with these contracts? And keep in mind, they just won a contract in North California just over a month or two ago. Just basically secured a $1.8 million contract with a trusted long-term government customer just a few days before that PR. So very active and in a very hot sector, as the cybersecurity play sector can start to heat up with these wars if they do escalate and as we do approach elections coming up. So SPCB did not really react to this news, does have a compliance deadline basically in September, on September 9th, so keep that in mind, but still it could have another run as they aren't really reacting to this news, so also keep that in mind as well. Next up, we want to look at that you don't have to worry about compliance with, as this one is trading at $1.66, ticker ASNS, Actilist Networks Inc. I actually called this one for a big 60% or even more than that, a very big gainer just a few videos ago. This had a massive, or just a $260,000 order for major mid-Atlantic US county traffic system modernization, which just came out yesterday, and they have had a lot of PRs pretty much every single week, releasing multiple PRs. It looks like just on the end of last month, received order for major German municipal utilities companies. Before that, on June 27th, the day before that PR, continues to expand their international footprint with over $300,000 from a new order for Italian National Transportation Infrastructure project. Now, this is a very big thing that happened on June 24th, is they expand their global footprint with orders for cyber-hardened IoT, Internet over Things, networking solutions in airports across Japan, India, and Poland. This one is very significant because why would these other countries, Japan, India, and Poland, these other countries be so basically have such a high demand for ASNS's technology? Obviously, it is working. As you can see, they've had multiple contracts and government orders pretty much every single week. So this is one that, like I said, you don't have to worry about compliance with. It does have a pretty small float, a tiny $8 million market cap with only, less than 5 million shares that float. Looking at their financials, they do have $2.1 million cash on hand, and looking at their revenue isn't as good as SPCB, and SPCB does have, a lot of cash on hand with a very small or very low cash burn rate. So the only concern with this one is their revenue isn't looking that good. Net income is going down, and it looks like their cash is, not going to last them that long. But still, with all of these PRs, considering they've been so active with all these PRs, still one to watch. Still like SPCB better, but SPCB does have that compliance deadline on September 7th or just around that date. So ASNS is still a cybersecurity play that to watch if as this sector could be expected to heat up soon. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments what you think about these plays, any other plays you're watching, and I will see you on the next video.